Good morning, everyone. This is Brad Matheny. Today's the 29th of October. Yep, we're getting close to Halloween and we're getting close to the end of the month. Wanted to give you guys a quick little update. We're getting a pretty solid breakaway pattern after this flag apex in the SPY. Looks very positive. I forgot to show this to you earlier. We're looking at a gap defender pattern in counter trend mode. Now, gap defender pattern is a newer pattern. I tried to go through the database, make sure that we didn't have anything really missing on blank days. I'm trying to do that for gold right now as well. But the gap defender pattern really is looking at trying to defend these gaps. Okay. So when you take a look at this chart and you start looking at these gap modes, remember, I've got a lot of drawings on here. I'll get rid of some of these to show you. Uh, leave all those for now. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. And let's go ahead and look for gaps. Okay. So we'll come over here and we'll grab the rectangle tool. And you can see we've got a gap moving all the way out into this mode from an opening price gap. Then you can see we have this gap here that filled as well. So here's another gap mode that we have here. Try to get it lined up right. Then we have another little gap right here. So I'll draw another little gap window here. And we have a much larger gap. I can get rid of those things. Go away. Hate that. Windows shows up. In fact, I'll just do this. Hope that no more posts come in. That's my Discord channel going nuts. And then we have a couple of gaps here over the last couple of days. So understand that the gap defender pattern should really be attempting to defend these lower gaps. So this one, hypothetically, I'll make green. And this one, I will make green. It should be defending these lower gaps, trying to get through this gap window. Now, we've got a lot of gapping windows here. So I do believe it's going to resolve to the upside, really. And try to put this in the front. So I do believe it's going to resolve to the upside, kind of like I drawn here in the morning video. Volatility throughout the apex. Remember, we had the apex here and here. Flagging creates volatility near the apex. You can actually see another good example of the volatility here. You can kind of see this move from across here to across here, up into this area. And then as we hit the volatility coming across this pattern, you can see that we get the volatility right here, and then we get the huge breakdown, setting up into a correctional mode, setting up this broader flag, getting into this apex. Now we're getting this volatility. I think this volatility is going to continue to trend upward. I think we're going to get that relief. I'm calling it the last gasp rally. I think we're going to get that last little gasp rally up into maybe 586, 587, 588, and really see what's going on with the markets trying to top here. Now, gold and silver have also moved into a nice little breakaway. Gold has. Silver's getting there, not quite into a breakaway yet. Silver's moving higher. Gold's moving higher. Gold is up at 27.83. I predicted this as a good solid move, trying to get up to 28.10, 28.15. Very solid move here, guys. And I want you to pay attention to this as well. Bitcoin, just a huge breakout rally. I mean, literally cleared that congestion window right over in this area, broke out of that range, and now we're up to the 72,644 area. This is where I thought that we would run into our resistance, maybe getting up to the 74,000, 400 area. But what a big, beautiful move. This is searching for the ultimate high. Part of the excess phase peak pattern. We are now searching for the ultimate high up here. And ideally, we could have reached it right here. We do have very strong resistance in this area, just to let you know. But we might get kind of a rally, consolidation, and then pump up here into the 74,300 to 500 area. I could see that happening, setting up a top, rolling downward. And what we would do after this top, I mean, the whole idea here is that we're going to look for another excess phase peak pattern. So you've seen this low coming up here, rallying up to this peak into consolidation. Where do we get another excess phase peak pattern? We'd have to really go back and look at probably monthly data, maybe weekly data, because right here I don't see too many. I see pullback, rally, pullback, rally. So the flagging portion of the pattern just continues to rally, 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 rally. But at this point, we're seeking that ultimate high until we get that rollover, which means we're going to come up, we're going to come down, and then we'll move into flagging, a bigger, broader flagging type formation. That will give me the clue that we're now moving into some consolidation phase. Until then, use the targets. And again, you can use these ranges. So you can see the range that we had in this volatility. We can come right down here to Fibonacci extensions, pretty much just pick the range. So I can come down to this low, up to this high, and then come back down to this low again. And now I can see that we're up at a roughly just under 2% move to the upside. See if I can get a candle in here. See if I can, there we go. We're looking at about a 2% move to the upside right now, right here, 1.75 to 2.0. And more than likely, if we get up to this 2.272 area, that's right over here where I think we're going to run into resistance. So you see how these levels fall in line here? How do they fall in line? Right below the 2.0 level, going to run into resistance, maybe getting up to the 2.27 area. That's right up here, 2.272, giving us kind of that rally phase up here into this area. Great to see the excess phase peak pattern play out so cleanly, though. It really is. I mean, you can see I drew this, that we'd probably get up here, maybe up into this area. I don't recall when I drew it, probably late last week, or maybe even earlier. But again, great to see this play out as a good solid rally. And really now we've got to see what we're going to get into with regards to this resistance. In closing, I would half expect Bitcoin to kind of stall out right in this window for a bit. It's been a great move up, but really maybe going to stall out here. Okay, I'm going to go back to the SPY, and we're still getting a nice solid rally. Spread that out, spread that out. There's our breakaway. Good, solid Apex Volatility breakaway. Now we'll see if we can get price to close up above that 584 roughly or higher. We're going to have closed all of these windows and broken out of this channel, which means we're going to be targeting that 590, 592, 593 area before the election. And it could be very quick, guys. I hate to say it, but this could be the last gasp rally. Kind of hard to say it, but anyway, could be very quick to the upside. Okay, more later. Talk to you later.